Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it's in the middleweight division. Referee is Rudy Battle. Introducing first in the blue corner, wearing the multicolored trunks, he tipped in at an even 163 pounds. Professionally, he has 15 wins, 4 losses with 10 knockouts. All the way from Moss Point, Mississippi. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard James Hercules Stoukes. Stoukes. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at even 164 pounds. This young man has 18 wins, 1 loss with 14 knockouts. From the Germantown section of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Bernard, the executioner Hopkins. Hopkins.
Okay, gentlemen, you've both received your pre-fight instructions. I expect a clean break at all times. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Good luck to both of you. Touch gloves, go to your corners.
They were getting it on early, huh? Hopkins 25, Stoukes 26. 19-1. Actually, it should be 18-1 for Hopkins. Stoukes is 15-4 with 10 knockouts, 14 knockouts for Hopkins. Hopkins known as the executioner. He has last couple fights, he was talking to me earlier, has gone the distance, and he's not been very happy with the fact that they've had to go to distance. In fact, the last time we saw him in April here on BET, his fights went the distance, although you need that kind of work, as you were talking to Ray Latham about.
Exactly. One thing that happens as we see Bernard putting combinations together and doing body work, one thing that happens when you begin knocking everybody out is that you get overconfident, think you're going to do it to everybody. And this one looks like it's not going to go that long, Charlie.
Hopkins coming out the aggressor here. Hit the black trunks in the first round. Here's a young man who, in talking to him today, was very, very impressive with all of the things he's had to overcome in his life, and to come back and do as well as he has done in the boxing arena. Stoukes out of Moss Point, Mississippi, is in trouble here in the first round.
He's in big trouble, real big trouble, but he's still got his wits about him. But it's Hopkins. Look at the short shots, short pinpoint punching. Look at the uppercuts. And mixing them up, looking at his work, getting his work done.
Talking about the middleweight division, there's a big middleweight fight coming up tomorrow night. The IBF title with James Toney against Michael McCollum in Reno, Nevada. And this is what Hopkins is looking for, a payday like that against one of them.
In fact, he actually is, should he get past Stoukes here tonight, is actually sitting and waiting for the winner of McCollum Toney 2. He's rated number 3 in the world in the IBF rankings right now. He's relentless, Charlie.
That's it.
It's all over.
Knockout in the first round.
Charlie, Hopkins must have put together 7 or 8 of the most impacting short left hooks that I've seen since Sugar Ray Robinson did the same types of things 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We were talking about the fact that Hopkins had last fought May 9th. One of the things that he said that he was not fighting as often as he would like to fight. He wants to keep sharp. He fought last in May 9th against Annabelle Menuda in Paris, France. This is his 6th fight on BET. And I'll tell you, he's done a great job in this particular fight against a young man by the name of James Stoukes from Moss Point, Mississippi. Let's look at that knockout once again. Round number 1. So we've had 2 in succession that have gone in the first round. Let's see what was the dispelling thing for John Williams right here.
If you look here, look at the short half uppercut, half hook, and he's always looking at his target right up under the chin. Another one on the chin. Stoukes reels back. and he just has to succumb to the pressure. But again, it's Hopkins looking at his work, turning, and he's working with Bowie Fischer. Here he again, the left hook up underneath the chin. That's 5 or 6 consecutive devastating left hooks, and throws another one for good measure. I mean, you know, the work this kid has done is just tremendous.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of this bout, 1 minute and 44 seconds of the first round, and a winner by a knockout, Bernnard, the Executioner Hopkins. Hopkins. And how about a nice round of applause for James Stouks? Let's hear it for him. That's the
Bernnard, they call you the executioner because you execute not only the game plans but the opponents. And once again, you did it here tonight. Was there anything special about this guy that made you just want to tee off on him from the outset?
First thing, I'd like to thank God for the win and the victory. And hello to a couple of people up in Germantown. Yes, I was not frustrated whereas though it messed with my performance. Frustrated about how the boxing business turned political after you get so many fights and you get rated in the top 10. All my opponents for right now, as of today, as of tonight, I'm just going to come to them like I started off. Kill a body and the head will fall. And it's not a new executioner, a better executioner. And that's what I'm practicing now on body shots and bringing the guy down. I'm right there for a championship fight, and whenever it takes place, I'll be ready for it.
I want to take a look at some of the work you did. As I was commenting to Charlie and to our audience, we can take a look at the monitor. I saw you get off successively perhaps as many powerful pinpoint left hooks as I have seen in this game since Sugar Ray Robinson. Right on the tip of the chin, you're positioned to execute short little choppy left hooks. Is that something you worked on? Now, I want to also allude to what you've been doing, working up in a prison in Graterford, where you actually did a little bit of time before you got your whole life together at the hands of Rob Murray and Bowie Fischer.
Unfortunately, yes. And it turned my life around. And it's basically not what I've done and what I experienced in the past, is what I'm doing now. But it motivated me to give me a new life. Yes, I've been in trouble. I've been in trouble previous times. But I'm on the road now. I got a second chapter of my life. I'm 27 years old. I know that soon that I will be able to do things for people that I love, and that's my mother, which is I'm planning on buying a house very soon, and being a champion of the world. I'll go back in and out the prisons 3 times a week, preparation for this fight, and talking to the guys that's still there, or the ones that left and came back, let them know that it is hope, no matter what people write you off and how bad they say that you cannot overcome your problems. I'm a prime example of overcoming the biggest problem that you can have, and that's staying out of shape, staying out of trouble, and being God-fearing person and doing what you got to do to be successful in life, no matter if it's boxing or any other job. Just being successful and following your dreams. Your dreams can come true. It's up to you.
Well, I'll tell you, man, one of the things that we have seen, and right here on the audience, everyone across the country on BET, is seeing you develop. And this whole thing about going back into the prison, there's some guys up there, they mentioned the name of Mike Salahuddin and Amin Jabbar and some of the other guys back. You got 4,400 inmates. You go in there, these guys want to take your head off. I don't know anyone else that has done that. And what is it going to say to the Mike McCallums, the James Tonys, the other young kids out there, the Roy Joneses, the young men all over the country in this division that are looking to fight for the title and defend it?
Well, I want to speak on the James Tony McCullum fight. I know that both of them will be in tip-top shape, but I'm glad they're finally fighting, because it leaves room for the guys in back of them, which is me and Lamar Parks, Reggie Johnson, a couple other guys is in back of them that's waiting for a title. I worked hard to get where I'm at, and I've been through changes and been through problems in my personal life, whereas though I'm just as hungry, maybe hungrier than them. So it's not really smart in business-wise them to see me right now, because they know I'm hungry, I'm young, I'm strong, and why should they take a chance on fighting me for a lesser purse and get knocked off? So they doing with political coming into boxing after a while. They doing the best that they can do business-wise.
Well, that's why they call you the executioner, because you get the job done, and we're going to see you get it done again right here on BET, hopefully. We got a world championship fight here tonight, and we want to throw it out to Charlie Neal so we can see the other world champions.
All right, thank you very much. Congratulations once again to the executioner, Bernnard Hopkins, who just made quick work of his opponent, James Stouks, a young man out of Moss Point, Mississippi. Ended that one real quickly, 141 of round number 1. All right.